And we're back. What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades here, and welcome back to the channel. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. It has been a hell of a break for me, a whole 2 weeks, you guys, which I don't usually do. We had many developments in the macro and the technicals, so let's try and get that rust off and get ready for a smashing 2022. That was my headline. But before we get rolling, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and hit the small bell notification so you never miss a live breakdown here with me. Let's see who's in the chat box. Trevor, Stanimir, Kuhn, Philip, Veronica, Captain JJ. Hi, everyone. I know we lost some people because we had some technical difficulties. Blame it on the kitty cat because she was on the computer literally, I don't know, 5 minutes before I started, so she must have pressed something. Honestly, it's so embarrassing, especially that's the first stream. Of course, it's going to be the first stream. I mean, it's just mandatory. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the chat box. How did you spend Christmas? Were you with family? For anyone that was alone, feel free to say. It's a safe space here. We're gonna jump straight into it while you guys make sure to restart the chat box. Yes, she was probably. I'm too aggressive for her. All right, so hopefully the chat box works. So guys, restart it so I make sure that everything's working because, like I said, we're very rusty. Great to see you. Thank you, guys. Do you like my new hairstyle? Do you like it? I took off my extension, so now we're going on a hair growth journey together. Maybe we should start another TikTok for the hair growth journey. All right, let's get serious, okay? All right, let's review what did we have today. All right, so it's been 2 weeks. There has been some developments, nothing insane, honestly, nothing that we didn't predict in a way that could potentially happen, right? We're not here to make extreme predictions. We're here to analyze and to find out what are the possibilities. Anyway, we're back on track now. So of course, first thing we're looking at is always the macro, right? So that's why I've decided I'm going to make the macro videos earlier in the day for you, and then on the live stream we're just gonna focus on what's happening right now and the charts. So I think that's more efficient for everyone. Diamond Eyes likes my hair. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, you guys, so of course, because we had a long break, we had a lot of people that unsubscribed from YouTube, which is really annoying because I work so hard to get all these people to subscribe. So I would ask you to please share the live on Twitter or maybe with friends. Nobody does that, but I mean, I don't know what else to say. Anyway, let's get serious. First of all, Monday, 5th of January, right? 5th of January, good number. I like that we start on the 5th. ISM manufacturing PMI. So this is the first thing that I want to mention. So it came at 47.9, which is below expectations, which were around 48.3 and down versus the prior reading, right? So that keeps manufacturing firmly in the contraction territory. Remember, this is very important. Anything below 50 is always going to be a contraction territory. We already are experts on that. Now, the thing about this reading is weaker than expected PMI typically is going to signal that we're having slower growth and maybe less demand, which can push markets to price in for more dovish Fed, right? So remember how we had all the 3 cuts that we wanted to. We were prepared for that. We also even had people straight from Wall Street saying that that's the word over there, saying that we're going to get the 3 rate cuts. We had them. And now, hi, Sammy. And now we are seeing some news, some data that maybe we should see, further cuts. So what that means, when you get data like that, it means that the treasury yields can fall and the US dollar can soften, right? And then you have the rate sensitive assets such as NASDAQ, which is the mega cap tech. You have the longer duration stocks. They are, of course, going to catch a bit. Now, on the flip side, that is going to have other effects as well, right? So that is going to weigh on the cyclical sector. So that's industrial, material, energy, which, by the way, energy has been outperforming today and in the past week. It's been the top performer, right? So it can also come in as a mild growth scare, right? Which sometimes is going to boost the defensives and gold, which is what we pretty much saw, right? So for crypto, softer data can be supportive if the yields are lower, right? If the yields are lower, liquidity improves, liquidity expectations improves, but the number is going to kind of spark a broader risk-off sentiment, and that could make the price choppy as well. So of course, there is always two sides of the story. I don't want to get onto the capture of Maduro and his wife. I have discussed that in the macro video that I posted earlier today. Make sure to go and give a watch, like, and comment as usual. You guys know the drill. So the macros from now on are going to be on a second video, which is going to come before the live stream. Yes. We lost you for years, Martian Earthling. Hello, darling. Yes, I missed you too, guys, honestly, a lot. But, you know, I left few positions running, actually. Few, when I say few, actually, I had two. I still have the ETH long open. We have it. We've taken it together. I took a Dash long as well, which is up, I think, like 20%. The Bitcoin short, obviously, I have closed at break even, so that is fine. Now let's review what's happening right now. Obviously today it's Monday. You know the drill, you guys. We need to wait for true week open to come in today, a little bit later. So we're waiting for that, but we already can see that price is trading above true month open. And where is price heading? Well, obviously we have this target, right? So the first people to know that are always going to be the people who have the indicators, you guys. If you don't have them, you have 30 days free trial. I'm telling you, go and get them for the reason they're going to help you so much in your trading. Honestly, I have Nikki, for example. She did something with her subscription, I don't know, and she completely panicked. She was like, Gabby, I cannot without the indicators. I'm like, I understand. Don't worry, we're gonna fix the problem. Anyway, liquidity over here. So clear target, right? We have a very clear target at 94.6. Now, the reason for that is, right, even if you don't have the indicators, even if you don't understand the range model theory, which, by the way, of course, if you're a VIP on Discord, which is for free, you get 20% off. So just get it, you know, just do it. Honestly, you guys, is the best thing you're going to do in your trading career. So basically, like, even if you don't know anything, right? If you don't know the range model theory, you don't know absolutely nothing, right? You can come back and see that we are currently like we're potentially gonna get the highest close today since, I don't know, right? Since long time, since November. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is major. And also, look at this area over here. Look at that congestion, right? You see the candles. So the area above 92.5 and above, once you see a candle breaking a strong bullish candle like that, you now know that these highs are going to be targeted. Now, obviously, I don't expect from you guys to understand these kind of things immediately. You know, a lot of people, like, I'm not going to name names, okay, from my students from the RTM course, but they don't even know that they have to look left on the chart. Like, I honestly want to understand what is your level of trading, you guys, right? Because sometimes I think, you know, I expect from you to understand a lot of things. So help me out in the chat box if something is not clear. This is the reason why we do live streams together, right? Because I want to help you out, guys, with the things that I know, so you can see what I see every day, so you can become profitable. Okay, that's the point. So, all right, cool. Now, you know, we're clearly we haven't closed the day yet, all right? But one thing we know for a fact, this is the target up here right now, 94.5. We have traded above our resistance levels, so you need to be blind not to see that. So from here on, honestly, there is high probability that price could trade up to 100K. Now, another thing, yes, everyone, you should hit the like button right now. Kun, if you are the benchmark, I'm the beginner. So basically, you guys, all right, so first of all, higher time frame. We have been rejecting from the 0.5 so many times, range model theory basics, right? I don't gatekeep that. Everyone can learn about it. I've made a video on it, okay? And I talk about it every day. This is not gatekeeping, right? These Fibonacci levels, I don't gatekeep that. You have it for free, okay? So the thing is, right? We have been rejecting from the 0.5 big scarcities, which is why we wanted to make sure that from the 0.5 we're always in a sell. But you can see that the 0.236, which is what? Always a buy zone, has been holding quite substantially. So from here on now, what we need to see, we want to grab that liquidity and we want to find support, because don't get me wrong, this week could also be bearish, right? Even though we have a bullish bias now, the week could come with a pullback. So just remember that, okay? But from here, it would be absolutely ideal if we manage to break through that region, 0.5, have some strong closes, and now we are for shizzle going to be aiming for 102, at least 101.738. Okay, let's be anal about it, all right? So yeah, it's so weird not having my hair. Hello everyone, happy new year. Ken Rosher literally bought everything that's available on WAP, you guys. He didn't even, I don't remember if he even got discount, which is funny. But you guys, again, the discounts are off only for the VIP members on Discord, and you can get that in the description box. There is a link for the Discord. It's completely for free. All you need to do is have a registration with Bluffin, which, by the way, if you're trading anyway, get paid to do it. Why not? Because if you sign up with my link on Bluffin, you are going to unlock bonuses up to 2,500 depending on the size you are trading, right? So you can use the same sign up to get VIP access in my Discord, which is exclusive ongoing discounts for the trading course. You're going to find it over there. So trade smarter with my daily setups over there. This is what I want to see from you, because I always send my daily updates on Discord, right, on the VIP section. So pretty strong price action. I like to see that. This is the target. This is what I'm aiming for. Not only I'm super rusty today, I'm not putting any trades on Bitcoin. I already know where it's going. The Discord know where Bitcoin is going. The question is, what is going to happen tomorrow and for the rest of the week? So that's why we're going to be here for tomorrow to see if we can catch trades finally, right? So yeah, this is pretty amazing. If anyone was brave enough to catch it coming from the 0.5, if you haven't, you know, I understand it's very scary, right? If you want to follow a trading rule, it's going to not look like it's a buy, right? Like you have to follow a trading rule, and if you see it, it's never going to look like it's a buy, right? In a case of a buy, and it's never going to look like it's going to be a sell in a case of a sell. You have to follow a model. Welcome everyone. Come say hi in the chat box. I want to see everyone that's here. But the fear, not the greed. Yes. What else? I mean, is it really important for us to discuss what happened over here? If you want, we can do it, right? If you want, we can do it. Let's not move the opening of January, which, by the way, comes on the 12th of January, right? So we're going to have the true month open on the 12th of January. This is what we're waiting for. And this is going to conclude the trading for December, right? Once we reach to next week, Monday. So what was I going to say? Yeah, so this price action over here, pretty clear. If you're following the model, if you are on the charts on 29th, 30th of December, you should have been in this long, right? If I was trading, I would be long here. And anyone who's on the range model theory course, they know that. Nikki, please confirm. You understand why this is a long, right? not up until here. Of course, if you don't have the indicators, you will be aiming for the 2-month open. If you have the indicators, you have a clear target. Okay, that's how everything works together. Now, hello, DJ Matcher. Dano, let's go. Yes, the trading indicators, get them, you guys. Honestly, you have 30 days free. Now that I have full ownership of the indicators, they were made by Lux Algo. What am I talking about? Lux Algo, and now we have full ownership of them, so I'm able to give you the 30 days free. Before, when I was with them, I could not give you that, right? Because they wanted to keep it like that. So now this is your opportunity, right? All right, Ethereum. So there is no secret that we have long from down here, right? This was our sniper long on ETH, which we're still keeping, and we are aiming for clearly 3,445. In the case scenario over here, we know that price is going to go a little bit higher, up to 3,524 at least. Now, I do want to caution everyone, you guys, don't forget, right? Don't forget. We need to break from that bearish trend, right? We need to break from that bearish trend. This is important, right? Because if that doesn't happen, we are still bearish, right? There is no evidence of the opposite besides us speculating, saying, okay, maybe the bear market is going to come in February. That's what we think. So it only makes sense if we rally beginning the whole January and first 2 weeks of February, for example. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, for now, fully expecting for ETH, even with retraces, to maintain the 3,000 area and to come up and trade to the first liquidity zone at 3,443 and our daily target 3,530, right? We have some liquidity up above. So yeah, ETH should do its thing, right? Same thing with ETH BTC, right? We have been maintaining the levels in between, so now we should be aiming for this liquidity up here for ETH BTC as well, right? So when we look at Sol, by the way, put all of your altcoin requests in the chat box, because we've had some altcoins exploding, which is pretty awesome. So we're gonna review that. What is it, a meme coin season again? What's happening? Right? Even though some of them are moving, it doesn't mean anything, honestly. So Solana, we were pretty much prepared for this, right? We had two targets to take, right? We had this target to take down here, which happened in December, right? First one down here, and now we know that we're aiming for 146, right? We have a lot of resistance on the way. Solana is just being Solana, right? It's not ideal. Okay. All right. We're going to look at these two. Hi, Dodi. So, all right, this is probably what we're aiming for now. If we didn't have the indicators, when you look at this chart, all you're doing is creating another lower high. Do you know what I mean? So this is the thing that we need to be watching out for very, very closely. All right, cool. Let's have a look at this asset. Yeah, on the trajectory, right? We're going on trajectory with this. Nothing unexpected, I would say. Over here, let's have a look. I like it. I like it. We're breaking highs. We're consistently creating lower highs. This is nice. I think this was our sort of idea for that, as we have a marking here from before, and you had a little bit of a retest here of the 607 area, which you came back and retested the 0.786, and you're continuing up. So now from here on, that is, you know, most probably signaling you that this asset is going to trade above $719, right? Above $719. Let's look at the weekly chart. Two relatively equal highs could be targeted as well, but don't forget you have the structure over here, so you might be faced with resistance up here at $719, around 719. Yes, hit the like button. Around 719, we might get a retest. You know, some rejection, absolutely possible. You have to be prepared for that. And but you can definitely construct a trading plan over here, which is the good news, right? The good news. But you have to be prepared for a pullback around 720, and then to look for support, right? Depending on the breakouts, you can find your support. Ultimately, your stop loss needs to be literally below 0.786 in that case, right? Hold on, we're gonna go one by one. Let's see what happened with near. I'm curious as well. This is good, you guys. Like we're getting back on track, I feel. Yeah, so near, unfortunately, right, all of this was the buy zone for near. Quite a massive buy zone, unfortunately. Nothing much has happened. I wouldn't get excited over here too much. On the daily, yeah, okay, you do have a little bit of motion. I would say you definitely had it. You had it at the end of December, like 27th here with this candle close. With this candle close up here, that was your first long confirmation, right? Your first long confirmation. Then you came, you retested the area, and now you're pretty much, you know, trading higher, right? But how high is this gonna go? So you have a first target over here at 1.9, and then only God knows, right? Because honestly, this is not one of the best looking charts, right? And we're gonna call a duck a duck. I don't even know if that's a saying, but we're gonna make it one. All right. XRP has been it has been moving. It has been moving. Let's have a look which one is the one we charted. This one. Yeah, so this one, honestly, you guys, I don't know what to tell you. I gave you the number to the T, right? I said 1.77. This was our area. This was our daily area, right? Here, I can remove it. The indicators gave me that. Get them 30 days for free now that we have ownership completely. So, right, I said this is the zone up here, right? 177. This is the number that I have been repeating down here. So we had a tap into the daily support, and that's it. Now it is basically sending, right? The first level of resistance, of course, is going to be here. Oops, how do we stretch that without messing it up? Yeah, so obviously, right, Bitcoin is coming at a zone after we take the liquidity for potential retrace tomorrow. Like we said, this is very much on the books at the moment. So if that happens, right, XRP in the same time, in the exact same way, is going to be at a level of resistance. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Let's be mindful of that. And then, of course, you can construct a trading plan, especially if you have been watching the live streams. You know that 177 we've been saying. Go back and watch the videos. I talk about XRP every day. Okay, this was the zone. So, you know, hopefully you caught it. If you didn't, you would have to wait for a potential pullback. Then we have $2 for a potential hold area, 2.08, literally $2, and that's what needs to hold, right? Otherwise, we really might go back and retest that area once more. Okay, moving on, we have Zcash. I haven't seen that beast in a bit. Honestly, I don't know which chart I have charted. I usually have few of them. All right, cool. Well, again, same thing. Don't want to repeat myself. We had the buy zone over here. This is what we do here, live stream, you guys, together. You've seen this, right? So this was a zone, right? You have sort of a retest, not a perfect touch down here, not a perfect touch. Double bottom from which you continue to buy over here. And currently, we have our resistance over here from which we have rejected end of December, right? End of December, we have rejected while everything else was pumping. This is dumping. I don't know why Zcash is acting like that. I do not understand it. No idea about the fundamentals whatsoever. Like, I have honestly no idea. But I can see the technicals, and the technicals are resistance at 547, support at 469. Really simple as that. Hi, Zebu. Yeah, we're gonna look at the metals in a bit. Hold on, we have Ave as well. This is gonna be bad, probably. It's up 4% today. Okay, fine. I mean, whatever. Look at that. Oh my god, this was an old setup. I'm so glad I deleted that. Look, I would have been taken. Probably not. I usually give a little bit more, but it would have been on drawdown. So I'm glad I'm not in that. But let's have a look what we were aiming for here. Clearly, we were aiming for the 0.236 to hold, and price have been extremely weak. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I had a bad feeling about that because I knew that we've messed up something here. All right, let's look on the weekly. Hold on. Yeah, so eventually, right? Eventually, this needs to reach $400 if everything goes well. I don't know if it's going to be able to pull that gain for this amount of time that we have, I think, left for this market. But yeah, 0.236 is always going to be a buy zone. But considering that we might start getting some pullbacks on the market, like, this is not one of my favorites to look at the moment. You know, definitely not. I mean, I have to be in extreme conviction that this is going to move, but here's the first zone of resistance over here in between 175. So if you're in a long, just FYI, there is going to be some sort of rejection. You really want to break above this, right? You want to break above this for more security retest and then continue, because still you're trading below 0.236. You know, you have the liquidity left behind at $80. Like, it's dangerous. You know, there needs to be some volume, there needs to be some proof, and there isn't. So, you know, unfortunately, not everything is great. Where are we without BNB? At $900 at the moment. Yeah, so very weak. Again, absolutely nothing holding. We created the slowdown here, so now I guess we're running up to that liquidity at 928 and up there, you know, because everything just shot the bed, really. Up there, you're faced with this resistance. So again, looking at the charts and combining them all together, this is why I stay away from alts when the market is not. And I'm going to tell you, also, the whales are not trading in such a market. This is what I hear, right? Whales are just not interested, and I can see why. And that's why I've been sticking to Bitcoin and Ethereum solely, right? If I trade an altcoin, it's going to be very hard for me. So again, considering that Bitcoin is entering into a range of resistance, considering that whatever other altcoins we checked that trade semi-okay are getting in resistance area, I would be cautious around here. All right. We're gonna look at ADA, and for sure I'm gonna miss something, I feel. So yeah, ADA again, quite a bit of a buy zone we had over here for ADA. So I guess we are doing finally something right over here with 1st of January candle trading above 0.4022, also not too bad. But again, you have to be mindful, right? You have to be mindful. This whole thing might be a resistance. You have, you know, you have this area over here also to be looking out for. So anything between 0.43, 0.45, I think it's a scarcity zone as well. for this asset. Samar J, yes, everyone like this video. I don't know where everyone is. Honestly, I don't see how many people we have, which is annoying. But ADA, you know, potentially, right? If alts start alting, if they don't alt, I don't know. Until then, it's you know, it's very, very scary, right? But for here, right, if you break this zone, then maybe you should know, okay, at least I have a clear trajectory of like 35% up to like 40% that I could potentially trade on this asset, right? So let's say aiming from here up to the other daily, like 40%, right? This is a trade that I would probably like to take, but for now, I need more proof, right? I need more proof. Because this is not bullish, right? This is not bullish. Okay. Wow, for a minute there, I read, what did you say? 32.29. Spot ADA long term. Yeah, probably. You know what I mean? Is it a DCA area? Potentially. I don't know. I mean, considering that the bear market is coming, is it really? This is the one thing. Thank you, Samir J. All right, cool. What did we miss? Hold on. I think we got everything from Pengu. Of course, our DGens are going to request Pengu. I do not expect anything less than that. So, yeah, doing fine, honestly. You're breaking important areas over here, so I'll pay attention to that. Long term in the buy zone. Yeah. Potentially facing some resistance up here with this kind of block at around 0.157. But for now, it should be all right, at least to take this high, right? At the very minimum, to grab the high over here. I think that's gonna be fair. So Dodi, what are you in Pengu? Like, what's the trade? Honestly, you guys are gonna ask for uni. Are you serious? I don't know, these meme coins, man, like I don't trust them. If it's not Pepe, like I don't know. I mean, Pengu sounds nice, but you know, seems quite bullish at the moment. Like it's pretty much, you know, on an upward trajectory. Like you have no proof that this is going to stop running, essentially, right? At least take the high over here and face your resistances up here in that zone, and that's it. I know uni is not a meme. I'm talking about Pengu. I mean, I don't want to say it, but potentially, you know, garbage. You can't break above $6.7. You just keep failing that area. Last time you failed it was like November. Currently December, you're trying to maintain some zones, but not really. You do have a trajectory to like $10.3, so that's at least good. But for me, anything below 6-7, I probably wouldn't look at it, to be honest. Anything below 6-7, I wouldn't be interested. Like even above that, right? Even above that, it needs to break more levels. Dori is up 20% on Pengu. Yeah, I believe you, man. If anyone can do that, that's Dori, right? I can't do that kind of stuff. I'm way more scared. Like I'm way more protective of what I'm trading in, my capital, you know. Uni is under the radar. Yeah, like it has, honestly, it has liquidity at 10.3. Like I can see it doing it. It was there in November. It's not going to be anything crazy come back to. So yes, everyone hit the like button. Dot, we ain't done in a while. I mean, look at that, right? Like, it's just insane. In a positive market that we were expecting to have, we were holding our level, right? We were holding 3.5. We were holding it. And then October came and it just went to hell. So since then, nothing has improved entirely. It's going to be very hard for me to believe that move. I can see a long here. Would I take it on an altcoin such as DOT? Probably not, but I can see the long. Doji, you can see the long as well, right? You have completed the RTM course, so you can see the long down here. It's very clear, but you know, yeah, I mean, you know, all the orders were set at levels that are just completely demolished. Completely demolished. TradFi, yeah, we can look at TradFi. LTC, Lingo, Virtuals. Virtuals, we had a peak earlier today. It didn't look that bad. I mean, definitely some motion, right? Like from what we've seen, you know, in December, this is definitely an improvement, right? Trading above $79 on LTC, that's good, right? That's good. But also you have the swing high over here, you know, on the daily time frame that essentially is responsible for this low. That is, you know, it's strong. It's not weak. This is a strong high. So you might be facing some resistance over here, which is going to match the rest of the narrative with the resistance that we're potentially going to see the rest of the week. I buy your course. Can you make more advanced course? Have trading strategy. What? I don't understand, bro. Anyone translate? Oh my god, Stanimir, you didn't have to delete his comment. He probably didn't know what to say, like, or how to say it. Anyway, so LTC trading above 79 definitely could construct a trading plan. On a retrace, we could be potentially hoping for 79, 78.8 to hold. Right, but again, don't forget, bearish. This could be, you know, just another, where did I keep the channels again? I always forget. Is it no, parallel channel, right? You know, I mean, it could be just a manipulation to then continue lower and send it to $70, to retest $70. So, you know, you have to be aware of these things. So stop losses need to be in place, basically. Oh, you think he was a scammer? Oh, okay. Oh my god, why am I getting so dry? Because I haven't spoken so much in so long. I mean, if you have part 2 of your course for who want to learn more advanced, you think my course is basic? Is that what you're saying? I think it's definitely not basic. Yeah, you do need a lot of time. Oh, scammer. Again, it's great. Why do you keep deleting this guy's messages? Like, I think he doesn't mean anything bad. He doesn't mean anything bad. But with your level of English, I'm not sure if you understand exactly everything I say on the course. Like, it seems like your English is not great. I don't know, man. Sui. Let's look at Sui because that interests me definitely. All right. Not too bad. 0.236, good. Sending pretty substantially. I like that. 0.236, okay, one level, right? That it wasn't really that great, but again, it held. So very hard to take a long here, but if you did it, you know, I mean, the timing, right? You could have done it here, 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 you could have done it here. And now suddenly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on the 6th attempt, it finally works. Like, you know, how do you know? How do you know it's going to be the 6th attempt? You know, which is crazy, which is why you need the more levels. You need the more levels. And yeah, so here it is. 1.71 Sui, first level. Let us break that. Let us break more levels, please. Right? At least make a high over here. Come trade above 3rd of December. Trade substantially, show some demand, right? Show the demand. Because so far this could be a tiny little range, right? Nothing more than that, right? Price could come up here. Considering that we're expecting some resistance, it could just be come back here. And maybe if we manage to break some levels, then we could potentially have a buy at this block down here. Potentially at around 1.44. Best case scenario, right? Yeah. Talking about memes, Chill House is one of my conviction plays. Yes, Dori is maxing the VIP on Discord. Like, I made a screenshot for you guys because I don't know how to put the Discord here, but these are some of the daily updates that I give every morning, right? Every morning. And we also have a DGen group for all the meme coin traders, all the whatever coins that I don't understand anything about. Dotty's taking care of that department because I don't have the capacity. I'm not interested to trade them at all. I just want to stick to the majors and I'm fine. I'm totally fine, right? If the altcoins are doing good, I'll go and trade altcoins. If the altcoins are doing what they're doing right now, I'm not going to touch them, right? You know, I think a lot of people will agree with me. Let's not miss all the requests here. Do I even have tone? I stopped looking at that long time ago. Because it's horrible. It's really bad. Like, it's not good at all. I mean, this is nothing. Okay, maybe, yeah, you have a little bit of a W here, but, you know, are you really gonna do anything here? Or, okay, maybe you broke a little bit of a structure down here. Maybe you left an area of interest, but is this for real? Like, I need more confirmation. Because this is not a sign of demand. This is all I can tell you. This is not a sign of demand down here. This could be a simple trap. 28 views for 21 likes. We're missing 9, 10 likes. Are you guys kidding me right now? This is not fair. Maker. What is Maker? Now, sometimes you guys are giving me coins. I have no idea. What is that? Does it even have... Oh, it's only spot. Like, what's the point? All right, screw it. Let's look at it. Oops. What is that? Trading at like... All right, not bad, not bad. Not bad. I guess it's a good spot play. You know, not bad. 2.4 to potentially 4 at some point in the future. I don't know when. I have no idea. $32. Good job, you guys. Good job. All right, let's look at some TradFi over here. All right, I just wanted to show you platinum, okay? Because I'm going to be very annoyed if you missed that long down here, because you guys know we had our level at 1955. Clear retest of the level, send it. The market's broken. The only thing that's trading good are the metals, okay? The only thing that's trading good are the metals, okay? We have silver doing absolutely great. We have gold today with the news. This was a quick short over here. From the video that I posted earlier, you guys, this was a short pre-session, then you get the news, and of course, very bullish for gold. Now you're retesting the line. Continuation. I don't draw lines like that, but sometimes it is the need to do it, right? The need to do it when price is trading way above, you know, the range model. You have to essentially redraw the range model now for gold, which potentially we have to do. Potentially we have to redraw our range model for gold. Silver as well. It is not giving up. This down here at a level of interest, holding like that, this is very bullish. And honestly, you guys, paper, you know, paper trades and silver, like there is such a big gap in between, you know, physical trading and paper trading. Like, all I'm gonna say is this asset to the moon, right? Because you have gold, right? You have gold, but then gold equals money, right? You don't really use gold for anything. Then you have silver, right? Solar panels, AI chips, you name it, you guys. So this is real value. Like, go and try, get your hands on physical silver right now. Good luck. Good luck. Look at copper. Oh my god, this is insane. Yeah, it's just I mean, I'm lost for words, honestly. Oil, yes, I discussed oil briefly in the video today. Palladium over here. Palladium as well, very good trades down here at level of interest, which was 30th of December. We had the tap into 1530, 1500, right? These were the two levels that I was watching. So this was the buy for XPG down here. Okay, so now that's the buy. I'm not partaking in it. When I say I'm going to take off, it means I'm going to take off. So that means I delete all my orders. I don't want to be looking at charts, and I really stuck to it. This time I stuck to it big time. So from now on, this is just you wait for an opportunity for a re-entry, right? This gap down here seems quite nice. All right, hopefully for a refill of that gap, potential continuation on that. I would need to monitor it a bit more, but yeah, this would be one area of interest to me for Palladium. No, not FOMOing in, definitely. Like, I'm not even doing anything, honestly, you guys, like zero. What else did I want to show you? MicroStrategy also hit our target, and it was a buy down here. If you guys remember, we've been repeating that since I don't know when. 152, right? 152. We had a tap on it 31st of December. The first buy, second buy was on the 2nd of January, I think. Yes, down here. So basically that was the buy for MicroStrategy, right? We have this level, and we also said that we have the weekly, which we also like and prefer, but this level was also real, 152, right? Why is it real? Well, you can see on multiple time frames, right, that it was a previous point of break where price made an extensive run that made a high. All right, with the help of the indicators, these things are outlined for you guys. Again, make sure to join Discord, get the indicators, you guys. 30 days for free. get on the trading course. All of these things are gonna change your trading career completely. Virtuals, yeah, we're gonna look at virtuals as well. I discussed virtuals on the Discord today. Sui, we already discussed. Still in my TradFi thing because I had to add it today by mistake. So quite nicely up 24%. Absolute beast of an asset. We wanted for these lows to be taken down here. This whole area was a buy zone. Ideal buy zone was 0.499. And then you created this formation down here at a range, which is usually very bullish, and you literally don't even get a chance to enter. This is what happens, right? So there is literally no chance that I would be in a long over here on a 12-hour. Maybe if I was watching it on a 4-hour, might get a chance, depending on the day, depending on, you know, the session. Tuesday, Wednesday it happened. I mean, in reality, there is no way that I would have been in that trade because I was off. But liquidity grab, high time frame formation, bullish formation, it's a good chance. And once you catch it, you just like, you go. And look how you're breaking levels and how you're grabbing. This is strong, right? Virtuals is something that I'm interested in, right? Virtuals is something that I might add to my trading. Why? Because I can see that it has a target of 1.9, right? For me to catch an entry here, even if price starts pulling back on Bitcoin, like you have so many levels, right? You can look at levels such as 1.08, 0.93, worst case scenario, right? For re-entries. SpaceX proxy. Yeah, we can look at that. I guess this is what we're looking at. No, here it is. Neptune digital assets. All right, let's look at that. Delayed data. Okay, 1.4. First thing that we see over here. Monthly, absolutely amazing. Great. Man, this is a strong chart. Yeah, this is strong. So here I would potentially bet on it at around, like, I don't know, or buy it at around 0.93. But yeah, you do have some clear targets to look out for. 1.4, and it could run, right? I mean, it is technically still in a downtrend, so you're just about to reverse that right now. So yeah, you have then potential to take this high, you have potential to take this high. You do have a lot. Oh, I'm getting tired, you guys. This is a lot for me for a first go. Jesus. But anyway, so yeah, back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll catch some trades tomorrow. I'm excited to do that. Very excited to do that. We do need to be careful. If we have a sell, is it with the purpose of retesting and continuing to buy, or is it with the purpose to just confuse us and we continue to buy, right? Or we don't get any pullbacks. That's also on the table. What else, you guys? I don't think we have anything else to discuss. Thank you so much. Let's see what happens tomorrow, you guys. And we're on a hair growth journey together since we've taken the extensions off. This has been the most informative stream since your last one. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you guys so much. And make sure to like the video if you haven't. Make sure to come on Discord if you haven't. Sign up for Bluffin. Get all the perks and everything. Support the stream. Support me as a creator. And we'll do great things together, you guys. We'll do great things together in 2026. I'll see you guys in the next one.